What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a new recipe video. I'm going to be cooking some honey roasted chicken breast with some mashed sweet potatoes. So the first thing I'm going to start with here is I've got some organic free-range chicken breasts. I've got about 4 pounds here. So next I'm going to grab some liquid aminos. Once I have my liquid aminos, I'm going to take about 1/4 cup of my liquid aminos and I'm going to throw that on my chicken breast. Okay. After I've done that, I'm going to grab about 2 tablespoons of honey. Okay. Throw that in there. Once I get all that honey in there, I'm going to go ahead and grab some garlic powder. Garlic powder, I'm going to add about maybe a teaspoon or so. The flavor of the garlic powder is pretty strong, so a little bit goes a long way. Okay, from here, I'm just going to take my spoon, I'm going to mix everything together nice and good. And then once I have all of that mixed together, I'm going to throw it in the fridge and let it marinate for about maybe an hour or so. Okay. Alright everybody, the next thing we're going to do here is I'm going to heat up my oven to about 325. The temperature might vary depending on how thick your chicken breasts are. These ones are pretty thin, so 325 usually works for me. I've got a pan here and I've coated that in some olive oil to make sure that my chicken doesn't stick. I'm going to go ahead and grab my chicken and I'm going to throw it on my pan here. Once I have it on my pan, I just want to make sure that I spread it out evenly. Press it all down there. And once I've got my chicken spread out evenly on my pan, I'm just going to throw it in the oven and I'm going to bake it for about 20 minutes. Always make sure that you cut the thickest piece of chicken and make sure that it's white all the way through and that it's not pink. That's how we ensure that we've cooked it all the way. Alright, so next we're going to begin on our mashed sweet potatoes here. So I'm going to begin with about 50 ounces of some organic sweet potatoes here that I've chopped. And then I'm going to throw them in some boiling water. Be very careful when you throw them in your boiling water that you don't drop them in there too hard and burn yourself and get splashed. Once I have them in here, I'm going to boil them for about somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 minutes. Alright guys, so my chicken has finished baking and my potatoes have finished boiling. So I went ahead and I strained the water out of them. Now I'm going to grab 1 cup of coconut beverage. And you can use whatever liquid you would like for these. I kind of just like the taste of the coconut beverage when I do this one. You can use almond milk, you can use regular milk, goat milk, I mean whatever you prefer. After that I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of grass-fed butter. Okay, I like to use the Kerrygold grass-fed butter. This is my favorite. Okay, following that, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup. So just so I get a little bit of that maple flavor in there. Okay, after that, I'm just going to sprinkle some cinnamon in there. You don't have to be exact. You can really just add as much as you prefer. And then following that, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of vanilla extract. And then from there, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start to mash it up. If you have an electronic whipper at home, you can use that. So whatever you got to do to get all of this mixed together here.
Go.
Alright, so now we're going to package everything together. Usually I'll do about the equivalent to 1 chicken breast in a serving. And then I'm going to grab some of my mashed sweet potatoes. I'm going to do 2 big scoops there, usually the equivalent to about a cup, 3/4 of a cup maybe. And then after I've done that, I'm gonna throw some crushed walnuts on my sweet potatoes here. Gives it a little crunch. You can do whatever kind of nuts you want. You want almonds. Some people like to throw some coconut shavings on there, whatever you prefer. And there we have it. Please feel free to check back with me in the future, and we'll be posting more recipes for you guys. Thanks.